Hey guys, welcome to the energy of your business. I'm a little late today. Super excited to be here with you on this beautiful Monday. Give this a moment, make sure this is showing up in the groups and in the pages that I put it on. Yep, it looks great. Awesome. So, today we are talking about when shit happens, it's not always a block, okay? I know that when things are going wrong, and oftentimes, especially right now during Mercury retrograde, people are all, I have a block, things are happening, things are going wrong. And it's not always about a block. And I wanted to go over that today, especially with your business. When things happen, it doesn't mean that there's a block or an attachment or bad juju or anything of those going on. Maybe you're doing a launch, maybe you're planning a launch and things keep happening that keep putting you off. You have sickness, or maybe relatives show up unannounced, or conflicts in relationships, all those things that can keep coming up. And I have some of my clients that are like, I think I'm blocked, I have something coming up. And yes, sometimes it is a block for sure, but it doesn't always have to be. And I want to make sure that you're aware of that, because especially with the law of attraction, we have that buffer time, right? So whatever we're going through, whatever we're putting out, we're getting back from the universe, right? And we have a little bit of buffer time. It's like if we thought what we wanted to bring in, if we just thought it would instantly, yeah, it's here. Think about how chaotic that would be. It'd be pretty crazy, right? So I'm glad there's a buffer time, because I know that I know that we all like to see things happen fast, but you know that saying sometimes, be careful what you wish for. You want to make sure that you are careful what you wish for, that you're very specific, but that you leave yourself open to this or better, right? Whatever you're putting out there, whether you're vision boarding things or, whatever that is for you, just make sure that you're really specific. You know what you want, but always this or better and for my highest and greatest good. So that buffer time comes in, and that's usually from what you've asked to create a month or 2 months or even a year ago, right? Because we're always like moving forward, but then we move back a little bit because our energy kind of comes in and out of flow. And so the more that you're in alignment, the easier it is for you to bring things in, right? So the thing about these blocks that come in, these things that keep happening, right? You're doing your business, you're running along great, everything's working, and then all of a sudden, bam, those things happen, and you're like, oh, it must be a block. A lot of times it's not the actual thing that's happening, but it's how you handled that thing that's happened, right? What's coming up. So the trigger could be a clue to some earlier events, especially if you are overreacting or it feels really intense, right? If it's a lot more emotion attached to it than what the situation calls for, then we know that we need to look deeper, right? So the first thing I do when that happens is to make sure it's not, oh my gosh, it could be a block. I'm not saying it's not, but oftentimes it's just how we're handling it. And that is the clue to the earlier thing that you need to work on, right? So, and remember, the more that you work on these things, the more that you are, seeing and aware of how you're responding and the emotions that go with it and how your body feels with that. The more that you're aware of it, the more you're able to deal with it, clear it out, and feel good more often. And then when we get to those earliest roots, those things that are actually causing the trigger aren't usually from today. Like I said, they could go back a long time, right? When we work on that, we clear that out, we're not responding to those triggers. So in essence, we are raising our vibration and our frequency. And what that does is it raises our alignment to what we want to create, right? In your business, in your life, in your relationships. You always hear me say, when you work on one thing, you work on everything, right? So the first thing I want you to do whenever you have these things come up, something bad has happened, and you're like right now, Mercury retrograde, we have a lot of tech difficulties. I have people going, oh my gosh, we have weird things that are happening, okay? Relationships, miscommunication, misunderstandings. We have all these things that come up. And Mercury retrograde is known for that. So don't think it's a block. It could be just the Mercury weird energy, right? So how you respond to it again could be your bigger clue. So I want you to look for the earlier memories where you felt something similar. It doesn't have to be an exact same situation. It's just, how does this feel? ooh, I remember feeling this way when I was in first grade and I had this kid picking on me. Or I remember when I thought I was going to win that art contest in second grade and I did it and I was so disappointed. It can be something totally unrelated to what you're feeling, but if it has that same resonating frequency and that comes to your mind, that means it's a clue to what you really need to work on, right? I also want you to work on looking at your family history. Do things similar come into play? Now, this will be looking, um, maybe you have a way of overreacting and it's just a family history of that you're used to, that you've been conditioned to overreact, or you've been conditioned to automatically think the worst, or you've been conditioned to think that you did something wrong. So those are the things to look for. It's really important because your family history is really a big part of who you are, right? All right. And then C, I like to look at your patterns and your stories. So like, how do you talk to yourself? What have you said? What have people said about you that you've taken in? What stories do you believe, even if they're really not true, if you really look deeper? Or stories can be, you can rewrite your story. It doesn't have to remain that same way. Those patterns just happen to be a pattern, which means they repeat themselves. And I often say to my husband, I don't want to repeat history. I don't want things to keep going the same way they have been in the past, unless they're good, of course. Then we want them to keep going on. We want to keep those patterns going because they're great. But when it's something we're not liking, then we need to change. We can't keep doing the same thing over and expect different results, right? We need to physically change. So even if you've worked on clearing out the energy blocks, that pattern, that physical thing that you've been doing is still there. And so working on breaking that physical pattern is really important, whether it's your language, what you say, how the words that you speak, the people that you allow yourself to be around with, the people that you surround yourself with, it can have a big influence on you and your thoughts and your emotions and how you believe and what you think, right? Because you're fed it all the time. Okay. So if you do any kind of energy testing, this is a great thing to do. It's one of the things I teach in my Aligned and Limitless program is all sorts of different energy testing, because sometimes, we're natural at some things and we're just not natural at others. And it's something that you can develop. Okay. So you want to ID the earliest event, the root cause, that original event where it came from first. So first you grab the emotion, you grab kind of that resonating feeling, and then you're going to start asking questions and be that detective, right? So you ask, is it from this lifetime? Is it something that happened this lifetime? And you can kind of go over it and ask, okay, is it under the age of 20? Is it under the age of 10? It's under the age of 5. It's 3. It's 2. Oh, it's a 1-year-old memory. I mean, you just never know. So you kind of test on through that. And you get really good at that and use the energy testing to dial it in more to see where that earlier event is that is coming in through your subconscious, because obviously you're not going to remember a 1-year-old memory, right? It could be an in utero memory. It could be something that you absorbed from your mother, that she went through something really triggering, really traumatic. And you've absorbed everything through her via not only as you're being formed in your little baby body through your cells, right? Cellular memories, but you've also absorbed the cortisol, the adrenaline, and in essence become addicted to having those kind of chemicals run through your little baby body. And so as an adult, you're still addicted to that feeling, right? So it's really good to find anything around that too. Is it something that you absorbed from somebody influential in your life? It could have been. So we look at that. So is it from your ancestors? Did you inherit it? We're going to go back. Is it mother's side? Is it father's side? Is it 10 generations? Is it 15, 20? Where did it start? I always go to the root, because if you don't, just like a weed, if you don't get to the very little last bit of that root, what happens is it grows back. We don't want it to grow back. We want to get rid of it, right? So I also like to ask, where is it held in your body? So for me, forever, I always had a neck issue from a very early age, but 20s, I really started like trying to figure out, why does this one problem happen? And what it was something that was a trapped like belief and emotion with it inside my neck. So you could have these beliefs, emotions, memories trapped inside different body parts. So your liver, your gallbladder, your kidney, your fascia, your shoulder joint, on top of your shoulders, your brain, your head, anywhere. So if you're having an issue somewhere and you feel that and you really settle into that awareness and you feel, where did this feeling come from? and I'm feeling really like ick, and maybe I feel sick to my stomach, or maybe my heart is really getting tight, or maybe my shoulders clench up and I can't relax. Look at those signals and look for that, because we want to release it from there as well. Um, so this is it's really a cool thing, because a lot of times we have different, of course somebody's delivering something right now, and the dog's freaking out. Give you a minute here so I can cut this out. You love my watchdog. I'm always getting deliveries here. Anyway, so ask yourself, where do you feel it specifically in your body? Okay. And then go from there, because oftentimes we get to root of disease, dis-ease, right? Is a state of not being in ease. We get to that because of something that's trapped in a body part. Digestion. I mean, acid reflux. I mean, all sorts of different things can come up because of trapped emotion. We already know that stress creates a ton of body issues, a ton of symptoms, right? Well, think about stress that's been carried from hundreds, if not thousands of generations, repeating and adding onto that, held in your DNA, held in your cellular memories. I mean, it's a pretty big deal, right? It makes it way worse than something that you got in this lifetime. Okay. So, and then the last step for all this, once you find it, is you clear that sucker out. You clear them out. Sometimes there's a ball of energies and emotions or beliefs that are all together. And other times it's one. It's one main one that you're working on. But the cool thing is, when you are clearing it out, and I use my quantum key method. It's the method that I teach my members of my Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur program, as well as I certify them to use this on their clients and in their group programs, right? So it's very powerful at getting to that root and clearing it out, and then installing the positive to fill that space in that's left behind after we clear it out, right? We don't want something else just moving in, taking up that real estate. We want to fill it with something positive, so there's no room left for anything else to take root, okay? So most of all, with all of this, I want you to notice how you feel afterward. Are you handling similar situations better? You know, oftentimes they don't have to be, like I said, exactly the same. It could be just resonating, and maybe you just notice that you're more calm, that you like process stuff better, allow it to kind of ease, and then you kind of react or respond, right? So do you have more flow? Do you feel like you're more flowy and more in flow with everything, more in alignment? So all of this is so cool, because if you feel like in alignment, your business is flowing easier, your launches go smoother. When you get on the calls with your potential clients, it just feels better, because you don't have that background noise playing in the background. It's like the dog just barking a minute ago. It's like, that's it's in your head, and you're like, you can't concentrate on what you want to be doing, right? So when you're working on your clients, do you feel yourself less affected with things that they're going through? A lot of times we work with clients that are very similar to us. I often tell my people, your ideal client is most likely you, somebody really similar to you. So when they're going through their own triggers, it's something you've already went through, but you're also digging deeper within yourself every time you're working on them. So you feel yourself kind of like getting irritated or agitated. Anyway, it's just a beautiful thing, this whole process. So awareness is king in all this, and I just love it. It's so much fun. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and do the energy of your business. We're going to draw some cards here. Let me make sure I can see this okay. All right, hold on a sec. I had to move this downstairs because we were doing some stuff upstairs. So you're seeing my background here. But the energy of your business, I'm going to draw some cards for the week. And if any of you have any questions, or you want me to draw a card for you, let me know. I love this, love this, love this. So much fun. Let me go check the other group here and see if anybody's asking. Hello, Tracy. How are you doing, hon? Okay. Usually I'm not on this late, but I just wanted to make sure I got on here so I didn't lose my momentum, because I missed last week. All right. So the energy of your business cards. Now I want you to remember you can get your own deck. These are so much fun. And what it is we're going to draw 3 cards for you. All right. And I am not seeing this. Hold on a sec. Where is this showing up? Not showing up there. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you can get these cards. I'll put a link in the comments if you'd like to deck yourself. These are so good because when you're using these for your intuition to help you tap deeper, it can really help you with aligned action. Okay. So let's go ahead and draw 3 cards for this week and 3 things that you would be doing for your business. And I just want you to focus on this. One of these cards might be for you. All 3 of them, if you're watching the replay, this is for you. All right. Okay. And then if you want me to draw some cards for you specifically, I'll take names in the end. So we have the first card is let go and outsource. Okay, so what this means is it's time to give up some of the control. A lot of times we are trying to control everything in our business. We're wearing a million hats. And this is around delegating and taking some things off your plate. So if this is you, maybe you're getting too busy. Maybe the tech things aren't for you, but you're trying to do them. And so you're not spending time in your zone of genius where you could be actually doing income generating tasks, right? Instead of always working on your website or working on the technical stuff or making more content creation, whatever that is for you, it's time to delegate. So that could be hiring a VA, a virtual assistant. And it's so much fun. So make sure that you look at that and think about it because letting go and outsourcing was one of the first things that I did that my business really started to really step up and out. Of course, first it was getting really great feedback and really great mentoring from my mentors to help me let go of a lot of those busy things that didn't create the results. I mean, I was busy. I was working from 7 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night sometimes and not generating much more income than before I did that. So it's all about what you're doing. You know, it's not about how much hustle you're doing. It's about really being strategic about what you're putting out there, what you're working on, what you're going to allow yourself, and even getting on Facebook. I do it very strategically. I'm not on there all day long going through my feed because I would be like, everything would be, I'd be so locked up. I'd lose the whole day. Okay. The next thing is for this week is time chunking. Okay, so time chunking, what does that mean? That means to set your your task timer. So if you have a kitchen timer or something like that, that's really helpful. And take consistent aligned action steps based on those time chunks. So what I do is I set like a timer for like 20 minutes. You can do 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes if you want. I don't try to do huge chunks. But I say, this is the amount of time that I need to do this task. And I have a list every day of things that I need to do. If I don't finish the things on the list for today, of course, I do the most important things first, right? I move those things to the next day. And then I start with the most important there, and then I move them over. So when you set a timer, you're able to feel like, oh, I got so much done. When we're kind of like saying, when you're working from home, especially when you're kind of trying to get stuff done, and all of a sudden the laundry dinger goes off, you go do the laundry, then you come back and you're like, oh, I got to wipe the counter down, or oh, I'm going to go over here and do this. Things make it go really slow. When I sit down and I have my timer on, I'm in that moment doing those tasks until it's done. The laundry is going to wait. All right. So that's how I work. And it really, when you start doing that, you start setting that timer, things become really easy and you get a lot done. I'm telling you, I learned when I first started doing that, it was a house organization program that I was in. And what she had you do is with even cleaning a house, like you only did as much as you could do within that 20 minutes. So like cleaning out a drawer, like you wouldn't do all your drawers at once and take everything out of all your drawers in your kitchen and dump them on the counter. You would take out one drawer at a time, get it done, put the stuff away. And same with your closet. You would never take out more than you can get done in that time. And then you didn't feel like crap because you had all this stuff all over the place, right? It's pretty cool. All right. So the next thing, I love this one, it's one of my favorite, is heal yourself. Heal yourself. I hope this is not too bright, kind of in front of a window here. So this is taking time to do healing work on yourself. So it's a perfect card for our talk today around awareness, around what are you needing to work on in yourself. And I mean, I don't want you to go dig up to start, if you're feeling good, I don't want you to go digging a bunch of stuff up. But working on yourself could be as simple as taking a bubble bath. It could be as simple as 5-minute meditation. My quantum key method, you can use that as a really easy way to do meditation as well. It's like an active meditation. And it's free if you want it. It's just melissazoske.com/QKM for quantum key method. And you can get it free still for now. It will be paid here. I will be charging for it here pretty soon. So you might want to grab that now. But it could be as simple as doing that as just a way of stepping into your future self, visualizing what you want your life to be, and really infusing yourself with those positive thoughts, the beliefs that you want to say, like affirmations, things that make you feel good. All right. A lot of times I'll sit there and meditate on when I remember when my second son was born. I had such a deep connection with him right when after he was born. And I remember looking into his eyes, and it impressed me so much that I bring that memory in when I'm meditating, because I felt so much love and connection. It was a really easy delivery. And I just felt, oh my gosh, he was so perfect. And I was looking into his eyes, and I just felt that, my flutter in my heart. So I'll bring that memory in, and that's part of my healing. So if you're going through stuff, you're going through stuff. If you have a physical symptom, right? You know that something is keeping you stuck. If you're constantly trying to get your business built, but over the years you haven't made anything happen, there's probably something sabotaging you. If you aren't getting the results you want, or you're not learning much either, then there's something that needs to be worked on. And healing yourself is the first thing. Water is part of healing. Grounding yourself is part of healing. Clearing out any negatives, part of healing. Every single night, I end my night with scanning myself and finding anything that I need to let go of from the day. And then I put myself forward with a positive to help me wake up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to go. So anyway, I hope this has helped you guys. I love these cards. Again, if you want to get these cards, I'll put the link in the comments after I get off this call, and you can grab them on Etsy. It's the Energy of Your Business card deck. They are super powerful. And then we have so many wonderful things. And when you're using this, you're able to tap into your intuition very easily. It's a lot of fun. Let me see if anybody wanted me to draw them a card personally. Let me see here. If anybody's on here would like a card. Yes, Jamie, you would like a card. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw a card for you, Jamie. So just focus on what message you need to get. Okay. And any of you, if you're feeling drawn that this card is for you, then go ahead and focus on that. Even somebody listening to the recording, if they feel like, oh my gosh, this card, I just have this buzzy feeling, I know it's for me, then it's for you. So Jamie, all right. Ooh, this one is fire focus. Hope you can see that. Let's see if I can get over here. Fire focus. So what that means is to fire focus on your goal. And a goal doesn't have to be the year goal. It can be anything that you're working on that you're just trying to achieve even this week or today, okay? So plan out what needs to be done. So this I would combine with a time chunking. So plan out what needs to be done, make yourself a list, and then time chunk to get it done, okay? Some projects are bigger, some are smaller. And if you find yourself just not able to get through it, or maybe you're missing some pieces, let me know. This could be something that reach out to me. If you're working on your business and you're just finding that I'm scattered, that's a sabotage. That's something that's keeping you from moving forward in your business, and we need to clear that out. Okay? Janine. All right, Janine, you'd like a card. Let me go ahead and draw one for you. Go ahead and focus on what you need, the message that you would like to receive. Could be in business, could be in life, could be in career, relationships, health. Of course, these cards are more geared toward business, but everything is connected, right? Okay. So this one is, I love it. I love all these cards. Your zone. So staying in your zone. What does that mean? To step in your zone of genius. Step into your zone of genius. You have everything you need to succeed now. You have everything you need to succeed now. Your zone of genius. And I love, again, putting this out like with the let go and outsource. When we're doing things that we shouldn't be doing, we're not in our zone of genius. We need to outsource that. And I know in the beginning, sometimes that's not possible and you have to wear many hats. So what I say do is time chunk. Make sure that you get the important things at your zone of genius so that you can actually claim that expert energy that you are, that you have, that you are in. Okay. And it's beautiful because your zone, we all have our zones of genius. Okay. Mine is always finding the emotional root causes, finding the generational. I love working on the inherited beliefs, those things that we get from our collective, from the collective consciousness, those things that we have absorbed. And I love doing that work. That's my zone. And then I love translating that into taking inspired, guided action steps in your business so that you feel in alignment and you're not just doing just what everybody else is doing. You're doing something specifically for you. And it's going to be completely different for each one of you. It's beautiful. One of my clients this last week, we finally got her program all planned out. I mean, I shouldn't say finally, it's been pretty quick, but she got her program planned out. She said, I got it done. I got it done. That day, she did, I think, one or two. And then within, I think it was within 48 hours, she had 4 or 5 signups already for her program. That is huge. That is huge because she's in her zone of genius. And she's spreading that word and that message. And she's excited and lit up about it. And she's doing the right aligned, guided action steps to get her there. And we worked through any resistance. And now she's like blowing up. It's going to be amazing. So I'm so proud of her. And that's what I want to see for each and every one of you. Stick to your zone of genius. And it will never fail you. Okay? All right. Let's see if there's anybody else. Let me go back over here. All right, LaFern, I see you on here. My glasses are so not good. I don't know why. I keep wiping them off and they're not cleaning. LaFern, how are you doing? Let me draw a card for you, sweetie. Like my new mic? Trying out some different podcasting sound mics. And I love this one so far, especially in this big echoey room. Okay, LaFern, I want you to focus on what you want to receive. And right now we're at 111. Awesome. My time here in Mountain Time, 111. LaFern, what guidance do you need? Okay. DNA. I always say this. I love this card because I do. I love all these cards because I created them, right? Okay. So DNA. Look for the trapped emotions held in your DNA. All right. This is a big deal. We carry so many things from our ancestors, right? And you're a projector in human design, right? So looking at anything that would be coming up for you that's keeping you from really being able to speak your truth and stand up and be seen. I see that around your DNA. And I'm also getting, this is a 16 generation back father side, and it's a fear around being seen. So when you look at that, and later I'll send you out a broadcast. LaFern's part of my Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur Program. So LaFern, I'll send you out a broadcast later, and I'll help you clear that out and really start stepping into your zone of genius, which I think that last card was for you as well, because you're amazing. You're simply amazing. All fancy. Oh, I do sound good. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. Okay. Jesse. Okay. Let's go ahead and draw you a card, hon. Go ahead and focus on what you want to receive, what kind of guidance you need, and be open to letting it come in. So LaFern is saying, I love this card. This is what I pulled. And then did the perfection healing so good. Made the jump forward to do so much simpler to do so much simpler to accomplish. Yes. Yes, being seen. Good one to clear. Awesome. 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 Okay. So Jesse. Ooh, looks like you have something to celebrate. And this could also be just making sure that you celebrate all the things that happen. I mean, it could be small things, they could be big things. Oftentimes we have good things happen and we don't go, yeah, we don't do anything. We just, yeah, something good happened. Whoop-de-doo. You need to celebrate that. The universe gets excited when you get excited. Okay. So celebrate. I want you to pay attention to anything this week that is exciting to you or any wins, even if it doesn't feel exciting. I want you to make it exciting. Okay. We want to celebrate anything that's positive that's happening for you this week. And that really sets into motion some really great things for you. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. Ada, see you here. And I see Diana too. Yay. All right. Ada. Yeah, sometimes they don't show up, and I'm just seeing it now. All right, Ada, go ahead and focus on what card comes for you. All right. Focus on what you are supposed to receive today. Ada is my rock star right now. She is creating programs that are like mind-blowing, creating beautiful art. The art, she's teaching you how to infuse your art with energy. And she's actually showing you how to do art in a totally unique way and being able to imprint it with energy at the same time. So you can create beautiful healing. You can help, it helps you manifest. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. Okay, Ada. Ada's part of my Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur program as well. Okay. Ooh, imperfect action. You know what? I feel like you're pretty perfect, but I feel like you just did it. You just went, you put it out there. You didn't have to be like, oh, everything has to be perfect. And I feel like you're in this flow right now, Ada. So continue to take your imperfect action. Stop overthinking and let go of the noise. So anytime something in the background comes up for you and it's like, oh, I don't know if I should do this, forget it. Keep doing what you're doing, because what you're doing right now is incredible. And the universe loves this action, as you can tell, because you are signing people up left and right. It's like, this is what I wanted to see for you. This is what I envisioned for you when you started working with me. And I'm super excited to take this to the next level. It's just the beginning, girl. I love it. So keep taking that imperfect action. Now, again, if any of you others feel like resonating, like, oh my gosh, this next card is for me, then this card is for you too. Okay. Diana. Okay, Diana, let's go ahead and get this card. I want you to focus on that. Yes, woo woo, yes. Also, the numbers 3 are my guide for this chapter. This card is 3-3. Awesome. So good. Okay, Diana. Focus on what you want to receive. Focus, focus, focus. Something's been bothering you, let it come in and ask for the answer to it. If somebody's watching the replay, same for you. There's no time or distance when it comes to energy. It's all here now. Okay. All right. So, Diana, it's time to call in clients. It's time to call in your clients. Cast your energetic net and call in your ideal clients. This is super important because a lot of times we put ourselves out there and we don't even have a call to action on what you're trying to, offer people. I did this forever in the very beginning when I was first starting my business, and I had a friend point out, what are you even offering? And I was all, what do you mean, what am I offering? I'm like, I'm doing this work. And they're like, well, you're not ever talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not. That was a form of me just doing a lot of busy work that didn't amount to anything, right? So get out there, Diana, cast your energetic net and bring those people in. The energetic nets, whatever it is that you're doing to call your clients in, do more of it, okay? Figure out what works and do it. In my Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur program, we have actually healings and different modules that are around calling in your clients and really making sure that you're aligned to calling them in. It's pretty freaking cool. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Let's see here. Rebecca, did you want a card? It looks like you do. Okay, Rebecca, just focus on what guidance you need. What are you supposed to receive right now? Okay. All right. What's here? Oh my gosh, calling clients again. All right, Rebecca, calling clients. And you just heard me talking about this for Diana. So again, get out there, do what it takes, whatever you're doing to bring those people in. Do more of that, okay? All right, let's see here. I want to make sure that I don't miss anyone. Let me go back to the other page. La la la. Kristen Day, you would like a card, and I have a couple more minutes, so I'll pull a couple more. Kristen, go ahead and focus on what you would like to receive. What kind of guidance are you looking for right now? All right, yours is all about prioritizing, Kristen. So prioritize what's the most important. I like to put this with time chunking too. So this would be the biggest wins come from small steps over time. So prioritize what needs to be done. So what I usually do is every day I have a passion planner, and I also have my Elevate Your Year planner. So I write down all the things that I need to do daily. And then the things that I prioritize them, the first things at the top, right? That are the most important, I get those done first. And then I go to the next. And then if things I don't get done that day, I just move them to the next day and then prioritize the next day again. So you can do this with time chunking. You can do it by letting go and outsourcing. So the 3 main cards that we have for today will work with that, but it's really cool. Okay. All right. So I hope that's helped. Let me see if anybody else wants a card. All right. If I missed you, go ahead and post again. I'll give this 1 more minute because oftentimes I don't see them for some reason in the comments with Facebook. So I'm going to a couple different pages right now to check. I'm also going, and the beautiful thing about StreamYards is I can actually stream in many groups and pages all at the same time. Like I'm on LinkedIn right now. I'm on YouTube going live. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if anybody's here. Yep, I already got Ada. Awesome. I think I have everyone. If you're listening to the replay. Oh, Tracy, you want a card too. Almost missed you, hun. Let's go ahead and give you a card. Okay, your question is, will I be moving to online or in person? Okay, we'll put that in there and we'll see if, and then Asmina too. Okay, we'll see if that comes up, online or in person. All right, so what I'm picking up for you is it's going to be a mix. It's going to be a mix. You're going to have multiple streams of income. You're going to have one main income stream, and everything else is actually just like the frosting on top of the cake. I'm getting a strong yes. And that way, if we get shut down again or if something else weird happens, you can do it from anywhere, right? You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Okay, Tracy. Future self. I love this card, of course. Anchor to the future version of you. So I want you to really focus on what your future self looks like. And again, if anybody else resonates with this, then go ahead and tap into this. But doing some of the meditations. So Tracy's in my programs, the Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur program as well. And we have a whole library of healings in there to help tap into different things and clear out any blocks to this. So look for any future self MP3s in there. I'll help you find one. This will help you really be able to visualize and see the potential. And I want you to really see how you would like to look in the future. Your future self's already there. You're already there as well. There's no time or distance. Remember, we're just lagging a little bit. So I want you to really step into that future version of you. How do you feel? How do you look? What are you doing? What does your perfect day look like? How does your perfect day feel like? And then if any resistance comes up on Wednesday during our call, let's talk about it. Okay. This is so good. Love it. Okay. Let's look over here again. Asmina, love it. Okay, Asmina, let's go ahead and give you a card too. Oh, so grateful. I love these cards. I love connecting with you all. It's just, we have these lives that just kind of go on, and we kind of get in our little bubbles. And it's so great to be able to just connect in different ways than we couldn't connect 10 years ago in, right? It's a gift. So Asmina. All right. All right, Asmina, it's process and integrate. Process and integrate. So you need to take time and to rest and allow your body, mind, and spirit to process energy. That's one of the reasons why, like in my 1K per day masterclass and my trainings, I talk about the 3-day work week and why I think intuitive business owners, coaches, and healers should have a 3-day work week, because we need that time in between clients and in between sessions and in between our work to be able to process and integrate that energy. If we don't take that time, it's like the oxygen mask on the airline, right? When we're on a plane, if something bad happens, they always tell you to put the oxygen mask on yourself first, because you don't do any good to anyone else if you are out for the countdown, right? You need to put it on you first, and then you're helping other people. And the same thing with energy work. We have to be our own first client. Okay, we are the first. And I know some people are like, well, that's selfish. You can't put yourself first. No, it's not. Because if you don't put yourself first, you're actually not able to help your people as well as you could. Okay, if you put yourself first and you make sure that you're clear and you're totally strong and your love tank is full and your energy is up, you're going to be able to help your people way better. If you're not taking care of yourself, you're actually ripping them off, because then you're not giving them your best. So we want to make sure that you give them your best. Okay. So that's where process and integrate, taking that time for you. Okay. So I hope that's helped. You guys have been amazing today. You want to get these cards. They are they're on Etsy. You can just look up, I'll put the link here when I get off here. The Energy of Your Business is what they're called, but they are on Etsy, and they have 44 beautiful cards that relate to all your business intuitive needs and taking aligned action. Okay? You guys have been amazing, and I will see you next Monday. Take care. Bye.